What's going on, YouTube fam? This is going to be a pretty quick video. I'm going to introduce y'all to 3 credit unions that you can use to not only build up your personal credit, but if you already have credit established, but let's say you have bad credit, or you need some funds for your business and you still have, your credit is in the middle of repair, what have you. There's 3 places you can go to get your next $10,000 with absolutely no credit check. These are going to be 3 credit unions that you can go to. Each one is going to give you what's called a quick loan. These quick loans have 3 major requirements. First, you got to have a pulse, right? You got to have a pulse. Second, you got to be a member for a certain amount of time. Typically is anywhere from 3 to 6 months. And the last thing you need is proof of income, or what I call a paycheck. So with a pulse and a paycheck, you'll be able to get access to $10,000 with no credit check. Super short video, we're going to get right into it. The first one is Digital Credit Union. This credit union is absolutely amazing. They're based out of the Northeast. I have been with them for a while, and they offer a quick loan. They have $2 amounts, $1,000 or $2,000. To qualify for the $1,000, you have to be a member with them for 3 months. With them for 3 months, they'll give you $1,000. After 6 months, it doubles to $2,000. Right? The interest rate is a little high, but guess what? So what? There's no credit check. Anytime there's no credit check, the bank is taking more risk on you. When they're taking bigger risk, that means you have to pay more in interest. It will always work that way. Okay? The bigger the risk, the more expensive the money. So that means if they're not checking your credit or they're doing a soft pull on your credit, expect a higher interest rate. That's how the game goes. Just expect it. Don't even trip. So Digital Credit Union, all you have to do is just be a member for 6 months. You get access to $2,000 automatically just for being a member, right? Of course, put money into the account, right? Don't open up an account and have $0 in the checking account and expect them to just give you $2,000. Like, let's use some common sense. Actually transact with the bank, put some deposits in, right? I would say, $500 a month, put some of your direct deposit in there, nothing crazy. And boom, you now have access to $2,000. Another great thing I like about DCU is that they're generous with this loan, because you can get this $2,000 loan 6 times in a year. That's $12,000 that you can get access to throughout the year with absolutely no credit check. 12 bands, no credit check at all. Proof of income required. Your proof of income for them, it could be, if you're self-employed, they're going to look at your tax returns, or they're going to want to see your pay stubs or your 1099, right? The next one is Community Choice Credit Union. With Community Choice, they go up to $3,000. So we got DCU is going to give you $2,000. Community Choice gives you up to $3,000. Now with them, you have to scale up. You may start off at like $500 or something like that, but over time, as you again build the relationship, you get a loan, you pay it off. Get a loan, you pay it off. They cap you out at $3,000. As you're using the Community Choice Credit Union quick loan, same thing. Absolutely no credit check. You simply have to be a member for about 12 months to start getting access to the quick loan. Every time you get it and pay it off, they increase how much you can get access to, right? So now we're at $5,000 between DCU and Community Choice. Our last one is Insight Federal Credit Union. They'll give you up to $5,000 with absolutely no credit check. You got to be a member for at least 6 months. In some instances, depending on your relationship with them and your deposits, you may have to work your way up to the $5,000, or if you have a strong deposit relationship, they will just start you off with the $5,000. Absolutely no credit check. This is how you can get your first $10,000 in capital. This is how you get your first $10,000 in capital. If you're building credit, this is a game changer, because now you can skip all of the low-level credit cards. All the $500, $200, $300 credit cards, you know, from Open Sky or Credit Builder or even Self. You can literally skip over all of those and go straight for big boy funding. You go straight for $1,000, $2,000, $5,000 loans. Once you have all three of these accounts reported, that's $10,000, right? You can now take that half. You could take $5,000 out of the $10,000 that you got with absolutely no credit check. Use $5,000 to open up a secured credit card, preferably a secured credit card that will turn into an unsecured credit card within 6 to 12 months. Something like the secured credit card from Service Credit Union, or even a secured credit card from Navy Federal. I just say Navy Federal because it's viral, everyone talks about them, right? By the time you do this, if you're building up your accounts, or you're in the process of rebuilding, if you're coming off of bankruptcy, whatever, you're now going to have 4 accounts reporting on your credit report. One of which is going to be a $5,000 credit card. The great thing about using the quick loan to get the secured credit card, especially when that card is going to unsecure, guess what happens when it unsecures? You get your $5,000 back, and they typically are going to increase the credit limit. So you start off with showing $15,000 on your credit report, 4 accounts. Each one of those 4 accounts, what's going on. Each of those 4 accounts are over $1,000, right? So now your credit report is already looking strong, even if you don't have a lot of credit history. There's a lot of entrepreneurs right now that are rebuilding their credit. You know, COVID hit them hard. All these different type of things happen. So they're in a rebuilding phase, right? So what happens now, you got these 4 accounts. You're showing $15,000 on your credit. At this point, you now open up the doorway. Because once you pay off these quick loans, you can continue to build up with each of these credit unions. Each of these credit unions are also offering overdraft lines of credit. They're also offering unsecured credit cards. They're also offering auto loans, right? DCU in particular, if you're within their footprint, they offer business funding. So now you can go from just building up your credit report to having an entire funding sequence, because you built the relationship with 4 banks. Thinking long term, it's not just getting access to that initial $10,000 or $15,000, right? You want to think even longer, like, okay, I can maintain these relationships, and with the quick loans, you can get those over and over and over again. Each bank is a little different. Like, I think Community Choice, you can get like 2 a year. With Insight Credit Union, I think once you're at $5,000, I have to double check. Once you're at $5,000, you can get that $5,000 loan once a year. But that's $5,000 every single year with no credit check. And if you're already the type that knows how to invest, You can use the money if you want to buy crypto. You can use the money if you want to buy stocks. You can use the money if you want to invest into your business, all without any impact to your credit report. Cool. Sounds good, Motor Shop. Sounds good, right? So this was a super quick video. This is something that I actually put together because I've never seen anybody talk about building up your credit this way. I've always seen people talk about, get authorized users. I've seen people talk about paying for primary trade accounts. I do have primary trade lines if a person is looking for that. I've also seen people talk about the regular stuff, rent reporters, the Navy Federal Pledge Loan, secured credit cards, things like that. I've never seen anybody talk about building up your credit with a quick loan, because quick loans don't require any credit whatsoever, right? As long as they can verify that you are basically alive and that you're a member of the institution, you can qualify for one of these loans. I personally will only use these. Now they market these loans as better than cash advances, which they are. But if you're creative, you can start using these loans to just get access to more capital. You can start using these loans, these quick loans, to start funding high limit secured credit cards. And the high limit secured credit card could then turn into an unsecured high limit credit card, right? No more being stuck at a $200, $300, $500 credit limit because you're trying to rebuild your credit out of pocket. Learn how to leverage other people's money and start getting even more creative about it. You go from absolutely no credit to $15,000 in available credit within a couple of months with no hard pull whatsoever, right? So it's really that simple. It's really that simple, right? These are credit unions, and all you have to do is be a member of the credit union and have proof of income. If you have Pulse and a paycheck, you can get access to these quick loans. So the first is Digital Credit Union. They'll give you up to $2,000, no credit check. The second is Community Choice Credit Union. They'll give you up to $3,000, no credit check. The last is Insight Credit Union. They give you up to $5,000, no credit check. That's $10,000 you'll have access to, no credit check. Now, instead of just blowing the money, especially if you're trying to rebuild your credit, or maybe you just don't have any credit, you never use credit. This could be your seed money for building up larger accounts. You could take half of that $10,000, take $5,000 of it, put it towards a secured credit card. Preferably a secured credit card that will graduate to an unsecured credit card. So some secured credit cards that graduate to unsecured credit cards. Discover Card will graduate. Service Credit Union has a secured card that will graduate. Navy Federal has a secured card that will graduate. Now when you're looking at your credit report, you're going to have 4 accounts on your credit report with over $15,000 showing and reporting on your credit. 3 of them are going to be loans. 1 of them is going to be a high limit credit card. The dope thing about this $5,000 credit card is that you literally got $5,000 without using any of your own money. Then in 6 to 12 months, that credit card is going to unsecure. What happens when a secured credit card turns into an unsecured credit card? They give you the $5,000 back, right? So now when that card unsecures, you get that $5,000 back. You just put it right back on the quick loan. Quick loan is now paid off. How much money did you actually spend at the end of the day? Nothing. Yeah, Motor Shop, I just broke it all down for you, brother. I'm not really sure what do you mean, because I gave you the name of each and every bank. I told you what product to apply for, and I told you the credit limits. So I'm not sure what more guidance you'll need, right? I am putting this into an ebook where I'm showing everyone, I'm breaking this down step by step with the links and everything, right? And here's the thing, the ebooks be 10 bucks. If a person doesn't have $10 to learn how to get access to $10,000, like I can't help you. I cannot help you. I just gave it to you for free now, live on the call. But if you're the type of person that needs it written down, you need everything spelled out for you, then yeah, the ebook's going to be 10 bucks, right? $10. And that's the ebook. You follow it, it's going to have everything broken down for you. I'll probably be releasing it like later this week, right? So just stay posted. If you're in the ecosystem, so if you click the link in the channel, you book a call, what have you, they'll put you in the ecosystem. You'll get a notice when the ebook becomes available. Yeah, I'm not going to go over it again in the call. If you're booking a call, then that means you're either directly going for funding, and that's exactly what we're going to talk about. We're going to review your profile specifically for funding, or you're calling because you're looking to get your credit repaired, and that's what we're going to look at, right? The phone call is not to go over what I just went over, because I'm doing it now. And you can always rewatch the video. You can pause it, you can rewind it, because this we're on YouTube, right? So once it's uploaded, you can always watch it over and over again, pause it, slow it down, what have you. But when you're booking a call, it's to get straight to it. It's for getting straight to business, right? Unless you're doing a paid consultation. If you're doing a paid consultation, then we can go step by step. We can go to each and every website. You can apply. That's an hour for 200 bucks, right? $200, you're going to see exactly how to get $10,000. I'm going to say the same thing, right? If we can't invest 200 bucks into ourselves to learn how to get access to $10,000, it's only so much I can do. There's only so much I can do out of respect for time, right? So yeah, everybody, once you have that, that's just your foundation. You're already starting the game off on the right foot. And I'm telling you, this breakdown is something no one else is talking about. I know that for a fact. I know no one else is talking about it, because I'm in all the communities. I have all the sauce already. This is something simple, something easy that literally anybody can do, whether you have amazing credit, no credit, or you're rebuilding your credit. Everyone can get these accounts on their credit report. Even if you don't need it, just test it out. The first time I did it, I didn't even need the quick loan. I just wanted to see if it was really no credit check. Sure enough, I submitted the application. All I had to do was verify my identity, send in proof of income, done. Money was in my account in like 3 days. And the first time I did it, I didn't even spend the money. I used the money to pay itself back. You can use these quick loans just to build up your credit if you want. You get the loan, and then you just use the loan to pay itself back. The only thing you got to pay out of pocket is interest. This traffic is crazy. But all right, y'all. It was a quick video. Hopefully y'all caught the gems. I'll see y'all next time. Watch this over and over again if you need to. Peace.